My name's Holly Kempf, and I guess what you would call me is Tim's in-house designer. It's kind of become a slow process of just kind of developing into what we call the in-house designer. I guess most of the time what I do is generally doing a lot of book design for Tim. So any movies, any films that he creates. I usually go in along with another of my colleagues, Leah Gallo, who usually does unit still photography for Tim as well. We'll do cast and crew books for Tim. This is something that he's always loved to do. He gives gifts to all the people that work on one of the films. And so he likes to create a cast and crew book for them. And they've become a little more elaborate through the years, but we really enjoy making them, and everybody loves receiving them, and it's a really wonderful gift. So we do that most of the time. And then, of course, since the show started, that also kind of expanded into me helping with just creating some aesthetics for all the shows that Tim's had. Every space, different things are required, so different things, are asked of me to do. And it keeps me on my toes, and I really enjoy it. It's really great. Well, because it was an amazing job to have, and I really do, and I really enjoy it immensely. But it was first and foremost, a lot of luck in the sense that I had the opportunity to work on a project, and it was supposed to just kind of be one project. It was it was during Sweeney Todd, and he wanted to do a cast and crew book for them. So my friend Leah was taking the unit still images, and so she was going to be doing this project as well. And since I'm a graphic designer and that's what I've done, and we've known each other for many years before that, she had asked me if I could come along and help. I, at the time, lived in Kansas City, Missouri, in the Midwest in America, and I decided, yeah, I'll fly out, I'll help you out a little bit. I'll be in London for, a month or two. We'll do the book, I'll do some traveling, and then I'll be back on my way, moving to somewhere else where I wanted to move to. And it's been about 6 years later, and I'm still there. So it just slowly progressed into that book. And then when I do the cast and crew books, I do like to make a lot of art for it, in the sense of taking pieces from imagery from the movie and maybe making more graphic things that I add into the book, or doing the liner, pages and stuff like that, doing something that reflects the movie. And because I produce these things, whenever they want to make a making of book, which a lot of Disney makes them. There's another publisher, Titan Publishing, I work for as well, and I'll make a book that actually goes out into the stores. So that started to unfold as well. So yeah, basically that's how it all began. And it's funny though, because it literally just unfolded that way, and it's just like next thing I knew, I'm like, well, I guess I'm moving here now. There's too much work to do, and of course the art of Tim Burton book was the biggest and most precious thing to, I think, myself, and I'm sure Leah as well. It was a wonderful project to work on. Well, it's being a designer. We're very creative people, of course. We love to have our own. I love to draw and paint on my own as well. But Tim is an artist, he's not just a director, and obviously the show will show you that he's much more than a director. So most of the time, what I try to do is try to reflect who he is, and everything that I try to design for him. Keeping in with any of his aesthetics. Most of the time he likes things really simple, and usually that's what works the most, because his artwork has so much personality and character and charm to it that, I just try to take out some of those simple elements and just kind of make them a little more bold and fun. I thought it was fun that how they did the winding tongue down the staircase. That was different. We usually have a carpet that kind of just goes straight out, which is very fun as well. But this was very, very fun to have this big winding tongue going down the staircase. And I know that Tim specifically seems to be really enjoying it as well. So that's probably one of the unique features of this exhibit. before the okay, so I do have I have a thought on that. So even before I'd say the exhibition, because once again, actually a little during the show, or the beginnings of the show, I was creating the art book with, as I said before, with Leah Gallo, and I had some wonderful times getting to the privilege of being able to go through drawers and drawers and drawers of sketchbooks of Tim's that he never expected anybody to look at or ever see the light of day, really. To flip through and just find pieces that we thought, we could use for the book and what would, be a nice addition and to share with everybody. And so one thing that I found, and I thought it was really interesting about Tim, was, it's in the show, it's the Giant's Lig, and it's one of his really early works. I think he was 12 or something when he did it. I'm not quite sure of his age. But he illustrated and created a story, and it, about this Giant's Lig, and then he submitted it to Disney as a children's book idea. Now I'm thinking about when I was 12 years old, and if I ever thought to myself, "Oh, I'm gonna go submit a book to Disney," to me it showed how much motivation and how much passion he has for what he does, and I think those things. I mean, he's obviously creative. But I think there's a lot of creative people in the world, and I think that when people are as, have that much drive to keep going and trying and making their reality happen and just care enough to do that, that showed a lot. So I think that, to me, made me understand a little bit more about Tim and what he, he's so passionate about what he does, and even clearly at a very, very young age. So. You're going to love it. I'm sure you will be absolutely pleased with it. You need to go at least once, maybe even a few times, to take it all in. I think because there's so much to catch in it. There's so many little details and little cute everythings in the whole show. So go once, go twice. Take it in and enjoy it, really. Just enjoy it.